Welcome back to Advice and Attitude, the podcast where we tell the truth, but with lip gloss on. Now, listen, today's topic, woo, it's called Healing is Ghetto. Because, baby, let's stop romanticizing it. Healing is not soft music and green juice. Healing is crying at 2 a.m. over people who didn't even text back. It's realizing you were the problem sometimes. It's doing shadow work when you'd rather just post quotes. Healing is not petty, it's ghetto. It's uncomfortable, it's confusing, it's lonely, and half the time you feel like you're losing your mind while trying to find yourself. So today, we're going to talk about what healing really feels like: the good, the bad, and the ghetto. Nobody talks about the part where healing feels like heartbreak all over again. Like, I'm supposed to be growing, but why do I feel worse? Because growth hurts. That's the gag. You can't unlearn dysfunction without realizing how much of your life was built around it. You start seeing everything differently: the friendships you tolerated, the people you chased, the way you abandoned yourself just to be liked. And the first stage of healing is mourning the version of you who thought that was okay. So, yes, it's ghetto. It's crying in silence. It's questioning your worth. It's wanting to go back to the chaos because at least it felt familiar. But, baby, peace is expensive for a reason. You ever start healing and then immediately wish you didn't? Like, why did I start this? Ignorance was cheaper. Before healing, you could ignore red flags. Now you see everything. Before healing, you take people back 47 times. Now your spirit gets irritated just seeing their name pop up. Healing makes you hyper aware, and it's exhausting. It's like your brain went from la 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 to let's analyze every childhood wound. You start having to parent your inner child, silence your ego, and talk nice to yourself when you'd rather just avoid your feelings and buy new lashes. Yeah, it's cute on Instagram, but in real life, healing is sitting in your car like, God, this can't be the journey. Well, let's break it down. Because healing has stages, and each one, messy. Stage 1: denial. This ain't even about me. I'm fine. You're not. You're coping with vibes and iced coffee. Stage 2: rage. You start realizing who hurt you and get mad all over again. You want to send that "you ruined my childhood" text, but you don't. Growth. Stage 3: isolation. You pull away from everyone, not because you hate them, but because you're trying to figure out who you even are without their noise. Stage 4: the ugly cry era. Every day, tears for no reason. Healing got you crying over TV commercials and childhood memories. Stage 5: rebirth. You start feeling lighter. You don't chase people anymore. You don't respond to everything. And suddenly, peace starts feeling normal. But getting there, ghetto. Let's talk about fake healing because the internet made it an authentic. Everyone's healing now, but some people just post quotes and block accountability. They're not healing, they're hiding. Healing isn't about pretending to be unbothered, it's about facing what actually bothers you. It's not cutting off everyone, it's learning why you attract certain people in the first place. It's not just baths and crystals, it's saying, I need therapy. I was wrong. I still have triggers. I'm not healed, I'm healing. Healing isn't pretty, it's peeling. You're peeling away everything that wasn't the real you. No one warns you about the loneliness. You start losing people, not because of drama, but because your peace no longer fits their chaos. You stop going out as much. You stop entertaining small talk. And you're just with yourself. And that's when the real healing happens. In silence. When you finally sit with your thoughts, your pain, your habits, your truth. And at first, it's scary. You're like, where is everybody? But when you realize you were the one keeping the wrong people around because you were scared to be alone, now you're learning to love your own company. And that's the most grown part about the glow up. Healing isn't just affirmations and boundaries, it's accountability. It's looking at yourself and saying, I hurt people too. I ignored red flags because I liked the attention. I played victim when I was just scared to grow. And that's the hardest part. Realizing you're not just the main character, you were also the villain in some stories. But that's what's real healing is, it's ownership. Because once you take accountability, no one can hold your past against you anymore. That's freedom. Let's be real. Some days, healing looks like journaling. Other days, it looks like rage cleaning your whole house with R&B blasting. Sometimes you forgive people. Sometimes you block them mid-sentence. Sometimes you meditate. Sometimes you cuss. And that's okay. Healing doesn't look perfect. It just looks like progress. You're allowed to be a masterpiece and work in progress at the same time. Because, let's be honest, healing fatigue is real. You get tired of learning lessons. You're like, God, I get it. Can I rest now? But every lesson builds you. Every breakdown clears space for something better. You're not behind, you're rebuilding. So if you're tired, rest. Don't quit. There's a difference. Rest. You've come too far to go back to people and places that made you forget your worth. When you finally get through the ghetto part, you start to glow different. Not because life's perfect, because you are finally present. You stop reacting. You stop chasing closure. You stop trying to prove your worth to unhealed people. You stop needing external validation because your peace comes from within now. And that's the real flex. Peace is so real, it makes chaos uncomfortable around you. So, yeah, healing is ghetto. It's messy, emotional, humbling, and sometimes it feels like it's never ending. But it's also freeing. It's power. It's clarity. You lose people, but you find you. You lose comfort, but you gain peace. You stop being the version of yourself that needed everyone's approval, and you become the version that just needs peace and purpose. Healing might be ghetto, but baby, being healed, that's luxury. All right, y'all. That's today's episode of Advice and Attitude. If you're somewhere in the ghetto part of your healing journey, just know you're not crazy. You're just growing. Share this with someone who's doing the work, even if it doesn't look pretty yet. Keep your peace sacred, your attitude balanced, and your healing private. I love you guys. Bye.